Hey guys, welcome to Angry Mack Adventures. Man, it feels like it's been a while since I've done a video of the boat resto, but a couple of you guys wanted to see how the boat process is going and have a bit of a walkthrough and a bit of a tour. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. A lot of work has gone into this in the last 6 months and starting to pay off, starting to look really good. So this is it here. And as we come into the back with the 115 Evinrude ETEC, looking sharp on the back there, and that's inside at the moment. Floor's a little dirty because we've been walking in and out the last couple of weeks, but it's all starting to take shape. Alrighty guys, now just before we show you guys how to install the brand new spark plugs, index them, and to install the covers on the outboard, I just want to say, if you haven't already, to jump onto Angry Mack Adventures Instagram. We are running our first competition, so we're giving away a free shirt. We haven't even launched the website yet, so we're just getting a bunch of tryouts at the moment. So all you guys got to do is just jump on the last post of the Instagram. You'll see the little competition. There's 2 or 3 things you got to do, and you'll be in the running. So it's as easy as that. Alrighty, let's get into it. As you guys are aware, I did purchase this outboard second hand. So it is a 2006 Evinrude ETEC with low hours on it for its age. One thing I want to change is the covers, the side covers that pretty much hide all the good stuff in the engine. Now, if you guys see here where the 2 covers meet, you can see that there is, oh, that just fell off. You can see that there is a lot of cracking. You could almost just pick that off. And that is not, it's a little bit from wear and tear, but that's more so the mechanics. Now, when the mechanics do impeller changes and stuff like that, and they need to get inside the engine and do internal works, or just for general services, they've got to take the covers off, and that's literally from over tightening those bolts. So at the back here is not too bad, but yeah, we're going to change it. Now these covers here are quite expensive actually, and with luck, I ended up going on Gumtree, and a couple of hours out of town, I found myself someone that was wrecking the exact same engine, and he had these covers for a couple of $100. Now, these are in a lot better condition than mine, so there's only one little crack up there, but that's a lot better than what I've got on there at the moment. So that's the first thing we're going to do today. We're going to change all the covers, and while we have everything off, we're going to put brand new spark plugs in there, and I'll show you guys how to index it. If you guys haven't pulled one of these apart, you've got 3 clips here that hold the cowling on top of the outboard. There's just 2 on the sides and 1 on the back here. So it's just a matter of just pulling it out and spinning it down, and the whole cowling just pops off. When you get to the inside of the engine, you've got a bunch of covers that you've got to remove as well if you want to do the spark plugs. So I might as well just take these off now, so that's ready to go. And you've got one that covers the back here, all the injectors and the fuel pump and stuff like that. Got a socket set, an 8mm on an extension. We're just going to take these out. Once those bolts are all done, there's just like this little metal plate that holds all the wires and the throttle cable together. That also needs to be removed. Just pulls off like that. Alrighty, awesome. How simple is that? Well, there you have it, check that out. That's awesome. There's definitely not much to it. So when you are fitting the new covers, just to make sure that you allow for all the wiring and don't jam up your fuel line. This one here that runs at the back of the engine. Now it's just installing the new covers. Now these ones are a little bit scratched, but we probably get majority of that out with a buff. But yeah, same principle applies. just putting them on. So I gave them a bit of a wash because they were a little bit dirty sitting around. But yeah, same process, taking them off, just in reverse. The new covers are on, so what I was saying before is just these scratches here. I want to try and get rid of them. I'm just going to use this one-step polishing compound. So just apply a little bit on an applicator and just give it a rub. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. Wow, look at that. Looks like brand new. Yeah, I want to do a bit of a close-up on this because it's pretty cool. So I'm just using a little bit of polishing compound. You can see all the scratches along the side of the cover here. So with the applicator, just put a bit of pressure. And any little imperfections, if the scratches aren't too bad, that removes it quite well actually. So just put a little bit more there. And that is a lot better than when I picked it up. And then just a normal rag, just to buff all that compound off, and you're left with that. So heaps better. Alrighty, we're back. It's the next day, and all the covers are on. So I'm really impressed with the ones that I purchased online the other day. These are coming on 15 years old, so find some second handies in good condition. Pretty lucky, especially with Evinrude. Well, the ETEC's going under, they're discontinued now. They definitely will be harder to come by, so I thought I'd replace them now while they popped up on Marketplace. Alrighty, so one of the last things I want to do before I go out and test the boat is changing the spark plugs. So these engines run a Pacific spark plug, brand and model. So they're just the champion, what are they, QC10 PE PB spark plugs, but just make sure that you read the specifications for your engine. Do need to be indexed. The reason being is that for maximum performance, fuel efficiency and stuff like that, they do need to be indexed, which I'll explain to you guys in a second. We're going to be changing the spark plugs and indexing them, and they're pretty straightforward on the Evinrude ETEC. So you're just going to get a breaker with a 5/8 socket on there. Just going to crack that open and pull the odd one out. Now with these Evinrude ETECs, specs say that they can actually get 300 hours out the spark plug. So this is done just under 400. So I'm sure that the previous owner would have changed them in the last service, but just for peace of mind, for the sake of $100, we're just going to change them out. To index these spark plugs, you've got the ground electrode here that sits on top of the spark plug. You want the open end to be facing the injector, which is sitting on the back of the block here. And the way we do that is we're just going to mark the open end on the spark plug, just like so. Using a torque wrench, Evinrude ETEC specifies that the spark plugs need to be torqued between 15 and 22 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen this off to 15 pounds and just see where that sits. If it's getting pretty close, I'll torque it up to just say 20 pound. And if we're not in our spec range, then we'll try another spark plug. So using the 5/8 again, we're just going to torque this baby up. That's 15 pound there. Alrighty, so we're sitting approximately here. Now, as part of the specs, you want it to be sitting 180 degrees on this side, if you were to draw an imaginary line here. So I might be able to get that. I'll just loosen this off and crank this now to 20 pounds. Okay, so that's sitting on 20 pounds there. Alright, that's 20 pounds now, so that is sitting vertical. Look, we can try another spark plug and see if it falls a little bit better, which I'll do now. If not, we'll have to roll with that. So 20 pounds is definitely not a lot of pressure. So you want to make sure you do not torque these any more than the specified, otherwise you will do damage to the block. So start at 15 and work your way up. There you go, that's sitting about here, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. Alrighty, 3 more to go. See, there's a little bit of corrosion on the back of the spark plug here, so let's give that a change in. Already the mark on there on the open end. Screw that baby in. Alright, so that's sitting about here, so I wouldn't mind cranking that up to about 22 pound. Yep, much better, happy with that. Alrighty, let's do the other side and then we'll fire it up. Sweet, so all the spark plugs are now in. I'm just going to give it a quick degrease because she was looking a little bit hazy. So just give it a quick wash down. Don't be afraid. These things get smashed in salt water. So it won't hurt just to give it a little wash. Obviously don't bloody spray the water on all the electrics, you know, like with high pressure. But they can handle water, which is fine. Give her a bit of a wash down. Now, a couple of you guys did mention that this here is for static washing out. So I went and bought myself some earmuffs for the old girl. They're just a dual muff there. So it has plenty of water flow. Alright, I'll give that a couple of minutes to warm up, give it a few reps, we're good to go. Nothing beats the sound of a two-stroke. Now that's cooled down and I've degreased it all down. I'm just going to give it a coat of WD-40. Same sort of, even inox as well. Inox is awesome. I just don't have that at the moment. But it just gives it like a layer of protection so it stops that salt water eating everything. So that's it for this one. Now make sure you stick around because next week we are doing the custom upholstery inside the boat. Make sure you jump on the Angry Mack Adventures Instagram page and be in the draw to win one of the brand new t-shirts which will be released very soon. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps out. Alright guys, see you in the next one.